Jurassic, Jurassic Quest. Colossal, fantastic. Dinosaurs is Jurassic, 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 Jurassic Quest.
Jurassic, Jurassic, Jurassic Quest. Colossal, fantastic. I gotta get some Leopleurodon kibbles, bananas. Oh, and I'm out of peanut butter for Tyson.
Marty, it's Prehistoric Nick.
Huh? What the?
How did you answer the phone without even knowing it? Never mind. Marty, you're supposed to be doing the tour introduction, like, right now. Why are you home?
Oh, was that today? I was just about to make some fossil molds.
Marty, never mind that. I'll do the introduction. Just get over here right now.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Nick, do you have any modeling clay I can borrow?
You and your molds. You do know that we can just scan and 3D print fossils now, don't you? Sorry about that, folks. I'm Prehistoric Nick. I'm a fossil expert here at Jurassic Quest, and apparently I'll be taking over for Park Ranger Marty to introduce you to your tour. I'm really glad you're here because we have a lot to see. Today, you'll be traveling through the Mesozoic era when dinosaurs roamed the Earth. Before we travel, though, I need to go over a few rules. Please keep your hands, feet, heads, children, and other appendages inside your vehicles at all times. Please make sure that those driving pay full attention to the driving path. Please observe the 5-mile-per-hour speed limit. To purchase merchandise from our store later on, just pull up to a designated store area, stay in your vehicle, and a member of our team will come to you. How convenient is that? The only time you should ever leave your vehicle is at the designated restroom area. At Jurassic Quest, your safety is our #1 concern, so please stay inside your vehicle. Our dinosaurs may seem scary, but don't worry. We have a perfect record of 0 dinosaur-related incidents this week so far. Oh, and if you have any questions about any of the dinosaurs you see, you can reach out to Park Ranger Marty or me, Prehistoric Nick, at 844-DINO-411. That's 844-346-6411. Messaging rates may apply. And that's it! You're officially ready for your Jurassic Quest. Now, I need to go get Park Ranger Marty.
Please pause the audio before the next scene.
Marty? Safari Sarah for Park Ranger Marty. Ugh, never mind. Hello, friends. Looks like I'll be helping out with the tour today. Guess what? It's time to start your adventure. What you're looking at now is the Triassic period. The Triassic started about 251 million years ago, at the end of another period that we call the Permian. One of the earliest dinosaurs that we know of was Eoraptor. Its name means dawn thief because it lived at the dawn of the age of dinosaurs. Here is Dilophosaurus. Its name means hollow form because they had hollow sacs of air in their joints instead of cartilage like us. Dilophosaurus is the oldest known dinosaur from North America. Maybe it should have been named Oldphysis. Now, this large predator is known as a Paracerophus. It's one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the Triassic period. Predatory means dinosaurs that ate other dinosaurs. And check out this long-necked creature. That's a Plateosaurus. This dinosaur was an herbivore, meaning that it ate only plants. Phew.
Captain Caleb for Park Ranger Marty, come in. Martin? Typical. Howdy, adventurers. The Triassic period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs. But it eventually came to an end. Just a little over 200 million years ago, the Earth endured another mass extinction that wiped out roughly 70% of life on Earth. But because many of the largest animals which competed for food with the dinosaurs died, the surviving dinosaurs thrived. This started what we all know today as the Jurassic period.
Dino Dustin for Park Ranger Marty. Hello, Marty. Hey everyone, Dino Dustin here, one of your dashing safari guides. Things are about to get a little soggy because we're diving deep into the Jurassic Ocean. The big shell you see here is an ammonite. Ammonites are cephalopods. That means they are relatives of the squid, octopus, and nautilus. Their spiral shells protected them from predators, and some got to reach sizes up to 6 feet across or more. The animal that looks kind of like a small dolphin is an ichthyosaurus. That name means fish lizard. It's an aquatic reptile, not a mammal, so it isn't related to dolphins at all. The long-necked animal swimming with it is a plesiosaurus. The big creature here is the magical Dilophosaurus. It was a member of the pliosaur family, which is a kind of short-necked plesiosaur. The animals here are not dinosaurs. They are reptiles that lived in the ocean at the same time as dinosaurs. Dinosaurs mostly lived on land and had legs that went straight underneath their hips, not splayed out to the sides like lizards or crocodiles. Please pause the audio until you reach the next scene.
Hey there, guys. I'm Park Ranger Marty. Sorry to be a little bit late. Prehistoric Nick keeps telling me I need to upgrade my flip phone so I can have a calendar. But I really don't know what those words mean. Anyway, outside of your vehicle is Dilophosaurus, which was a predator from the very beginning of the Jurassic period. Now, a lot of people have ideas of Dilophosaurus spitting venom or acid, and a lot of pictures show them with a big frill around their neck. Well, unfortunately, these animals didn't do that or even look like that. The movies have used what we call artistic license, which is a fancy way of saying that they pretty much just made it up. Disgraceful. But you can count on me, since the Jurassic Quest team will always tell you the truth about dinosaurs.
Stegosaurus is a Jurassic plant eater whose back, neck, and tail were covered in bony plates. But Stegosaurus also had a special weapon. Along its tail, it had a set of spikes called a thagomizer that it would use to defend itself from predators. And the predator it had to worry about the most was Allosaurus. Allosaurus was one of the larger predators around in late Jurassic. It had long arms for a theropod with large hooked claws. These could help it grip onto its prey while it used its serrated teeth as its primary weapon. These little guys are called guanlong. They're an early member of the coelosaur family, which lived in what is now China. The coelosaur family was made up of mostly small predators, but as time went by, some coelosaurs eventually became a bit bigger. Specifically, Tyrannosaurus rex.
A Paracerophus is what we call a sauropod, or a long-necked dinosaur, my personal favorite. Sauropods were the biggest animals to ever walk on Earth. In order to get that big, sauropods had to eat all the time. That sounds like me and macaroni and cheese. Apatos also had a special trick to help them digest their food, which they would swallow whole. Many paleontologists believe they'd crane their long necks down to the ground and swallow small stones, which would help them grind up their food once it was inside their bellies. These stones are super important because they help scientists learn the migration patterns of these dinosaurs by matching the stones back to the areas where the rocks originated. We obviously don't need to do that though, so don't eat rocks after dinner, even after mac and cheese. Please pause the audio until you reach the next scene, and try not to get eaten.
We're now in the early Cretaceous period in Europe. This was the very last time period of dinosaurs before they went extinct. The only dinosaurs that are still around today that we know of are birds. And the dinosaur you see here is what we call an iguanodon. one of the first dinosaurs to be discovered and named. And this is Baryonyx, who was a carnivore that specifically ate fish. Oh, hang on, folks. Hello?
Park Ranger Marty for Prehistoric Nick. Over.
Marty, that's not your radio. That's your ancient flip phone. Also, once again, you don't need to make that sound after you talk on the radio.
Copy that.
What is it, Marty? I'm giving a tour.
Copy that. You fed Tyson the baby T-Rex this morning, right? Oh,
Yes, why? Of course.
because I can't find him.
What? What? Did you lock the gate? Don't tell me you forgot to lock the gate.
I gotta go.
Marty, wait. I'd better go help. See you guys later.
Still in the early Cretaceous, but across the globe in Asia, the big dino here is Eutyrannus, the feathered tyrant. It's part of the Tyrannosauridae family. That means it's a relative of T-Rex. It's the largest dinosaur that we know of with feathers. How do we know this? Well, about 120 million years ago, a volcanic eruption blanketed much of its home region with hot ash. While that was devastating to the animals at the time, it's great for paleontologists because it preserved the shape of everything on their bodies, including feathers. And here is Babesiosaurus. Until the discovery of Eutyrannus, it held the title of the largest known dinosaur to have feathers. And here is a small dinosaur called Dialong. It's another fine feathered member of the Tyrannosaur family.
Welcome to early Cretaceous North America, everyone. This fluffy guy here is Utahraptor. Can you guess what state Utahraptor was found in? Shout it out! That's right, Iowa. Just kidding. It's named after the state of Utah, of course. If you said Utah, you're on your way to becoming a dino expert. Utahraptor is the largest known member of the raptor family. This predator, named Seats, is huge. Seats lived in North America at the same time as some members of the Tyrannosaur family. But those guys didn't get bigger than about the size of a Great Dane. Also, here's Deinonychus. Its name means terrible claw because of the sickle-like claws on its toes. Please pause your audio until the next scene.
Our tour now brings us to the continent of Africa. Spinosaurus is one of the largest carnivores to ever walk the earth. And it mostly ate fish. We know this because its teeth have been found embedded in the fossilized bones of large fish. It was a massive predator. That lived in and out of water, preying on fish the size of cars. Would that be called a carfish? You know, starfish? Ooh, that was bad. I'd go so far as to say that joke needs a tuna up. Tuna? Anyone? Tough crowd.
Hello? Is Captain Caleb there?
Marty, you're using a radio? Of course I'm here because my radio's on.
Oh, right. I knew that. Have you seen Tyson the baby T-Rex? I kind of, maybe, possibly, sort of, might have possibly left the gate open?
Martin, no! Again? He's just a baby. He could be alone or scared or worse, hungry.
Oh, right. Okay, hanging up now.
No, you're not, Marty. It's a radio. Okay.
Welcome to the Western Interior Seaway. Did you know the Great Plains of what's now the US and Canada used to be completely underwater? A reptile found here was the long-necked Elasmosaurus. It's a relative of the Plesiosaurus, but much bigger. And this is Archelon, the biggest sea turtle ever known to exist. This huge and fearsome creature is Tylosaurus. Its name means the knob lizard because of a bony protrusion at the end of its snout that might have been used to ram into its prey. And the scary fish that looks like a cross between a piranha and a tuna is Xiphactinus. It was a voracious predator. It could reach lengths of up to 20 feet long, or roughly the length of Park Ranger Marty's beard. Speaking of Marty, I need to call him.
And one for you, and one for you, and one for... Ow! That was my hand! Hello?
Marty, I just used a thermal scanner to search for Tyson, and he's nowhere to be found.
Calm down, Nick. I know he's around here somewhere. I feel it in my gut.
You feel it? We need science and technology for this, Marty. I'll find him with those. He's a helpless animal.
The universe is basically an animal, Nick. You go do your little science project, and I will find Tyson with my instincts. I tell you, he's here.
How about we make this a friendly wager? Whoever finds Tyson first gets to have their cleanup chores done by the other for a week.
You're on, Nick.
While I go find Tyson, you folks keep enjoying your tour. Actually, maybe you can also keep an eye out for Tyson too, okay? But don't tell Marty. Tell me where he is. Thanks, everyone.
Please pause the audio tour until the next...
Marty, you're doing it wrong. Here, I'm the tech guy. Let me do this. Please pause the audio tour until after the next stop.
That's exactly what I said.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, I added the word after. It's way more important.
You're infuriating.
You taught me how.
Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to Mongolia. Do you know what these little dinosaurs are called? Velociraptors. Probably not what you expected, right? Despite what you see in the movies, Velociraptors were not 6 feet tall, but actually about 3 feet tall, 6 feet long, and 20 to 30 pounds. He's basically an extra scary turkey. Oviraptor has a pretty unfortunate name. It means egg thief. When this dinosaur was discovered, it was found over a nest of eggs thought to belong to Paracerophus. After later research, scientists realized that it was sitting on a nest of its own eggs. But the name stuck, and it's still debated if Oviraptor actually ate eggs, or bacon, or toast and jelly. Okay, now I'm hungry.
This dinosaur from Mongolia is Therizinosaurus. The claws on its hands can grow up to 3 feet long, making them the longest claws in the animal kingdom. And here's a Lorotitan, which lived in what is now Eastern Russia. It's in a special group of duck-billed dinosaurs called Lambeosaurs, which are famous for these super fancy crests on their heads. These served as display structures, but may have also been used as resonating chambers to make sounds used to send messages throughout the herd. Kind of like having a speaker for a hat, so you can talk with your friends that are far away.
Hello again, friends. Here you see Gianzausaurus. I think the best word for Chiansaurus is magical. I mean, he looks like he's straight out of a storybook. These dinosaurs have super long, narrow noses. For being members of the Tyrannosaur family, anyway. In the United States, we don't always refer to this long-nosed animal by Chiansaurus, which is a place in China, but by its nickname, Pinocchio Rex. Let's hope it doesn't tell any more lies. We wouldn't want that nose to grow any longer.
Nick for Safari Sarah.
Hello? Is Sarah there?
You're not on the phone, Marty!
Huh?
What is it, you guys?
Well, Nick fed Tyson this morning, and now Tyson is missing.
And you're conveniently forgetting to mention that you left the gate open.
Marty, stop tattling. Guys, stop arguing and just go find him.
That's what I keep telling Nick. Hanging up now.
Marty, you're a brilliant paleontologist, but you are not on a phone.
And that's just another day in the adventures of Nick and Marty. Ugh.
Howdy again, folks. Who out there thinks Prehistoric Nick is going to find Tyson first? And who thinks Park Ranger Marty is gonna win? Sounds like a lot of votes for each. This is gonna be fun to watch. All the dinosaurs you see here are from South America, the largest of which is Giganotosaurus. Arguably one of the biggest carnivorous or meat-eating dinosaurs that ever existed. You know, he'd be a nightmare at an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. Although it may look a lot like a T-Rex, it's actually a much different animal. Unlike a T-Rex, it has 3 claws on each hand, a lighter bone structure, and teeth that were designed for slicing, while T-Rexes were meant for crushing through bones. Second largest in this scene is Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull, because of the unusual horns on its head. And this smaller dino is Alvarezsaurus, who is believed to have eaten insects. Hopefully mosquitoes. Please pause the audio until you reach the next scene. And try not to get eaten.
Welcome to the duck-billed dynasty. The dinosaur with the long crest on the back of his head is called Paracerophus. It's a hadrosaur, which is a group of dinosaurs sometimes called duck-billed dinosaurs because, well, check out that snout. This is one of the few dinosaurs that we might actually know what it sounded like. Paleontologists discovered tubes between the nasal passage and the throat. When they recreated blowing air through the tubes, they discovered that the crest would have made a horn sound. Here, I'll give it a try. Oh, Tyson, where are you?
Park Ranger Marty, cut it out!
Okay.
Maybe your instincts aren't working so well yet, are they, Marty?
Never lose faith in your instincts, Nick. Although, with the way Tyson likes flashing lights, I may try using one of those light-up swords I keep seeing around here to look for him.
That's the most tech I've heard you talk in years. While you do that, I'll be unleashing a dino spectrometer on this issue to settle it once and for all. Next time I see you, I'll be holding baby Tyson.
Ha! We'll see. Okay, keep moving, folks. There's a lot more to see.
Quetzalcoatlus is the largest flying animal to ever roam the skies. It's named after Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec feathered serpent god. It had a wingspan of 36 feet, the same as a small plane. It actually was not a dinosaur, but a pterosaur, a family of flying reptiles who lived at the same time as dinosaurs.
Safari Sarah for Dino Dustin.
Excuse me for 1 second, everyone. Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Dustin, have you seen baby Tyson?
No, not all day.
Oh, well, Nick and Marty say they're looking for him, but I'm not sure about their methods. Nick looks like he's rigging some equipment on a Parasaurus, and Marty's listening to the ground and tasting dirt or something. If they'd stop worrying about which one of them was gonna find him first, they'd probably find Tyson right away.
I know what you mean. too smart for their own good. You and I need to go find Tyson ourselves. I have a special connection to dinosaurs. I think I know where he is.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Thanks for your patience, everyone. Can you help us look for Tyson while your tour continues? Let us know if you see him.
Come on, Dustin.
Howdy, folks. I can't wait to see who's gonna find Tyson first between Nick and Marty. What do you think? Sounds like the voting is still tied. Anyway, this big carnivore here is Albertosaurus. It's a close relative of T-Rex, but about half the size. And this here is called Anzu. It's a large North American oviraptorid found in the Hell Creek Formation of South Dakota and had a beak with no teeth. Anzu is a relatively new discovery, and scientists are still trying to learn more about this creature. Please pause the audio until you reach the next scene.
Now, if I can just use the bigger generator and maybe Marty's truck battery and a small tube of toothpaste, this dino spectrometer will definitely cover the whole park. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I'm still searching for Tyson, but technology should make this a breeze. What you're seeing now are called ceratopsians, or the dinosaurs with horned faces. There are two families of ceratopsians, chasmosaurians and centrosaurians. Chasmosaurians have two big horns above their eyes and very large frills. Centrosaurians have no big eye horns and smaller frills. It's a fashion thing. Titanoceratops and Cosmoceratops are chasmosaurians, while Styracosaurus and Brachyceratops are centrosaurians. Can you see the differences? There is some debate that Titanoceratops and Pentaceratops may have been the same dinosaur. But either way, one of them had the largest skull of any land animal at 8 feet 8 inches long, much shorter than Park Ranger Marty's beard. Anyway, I think I have everything I need for my dino spectrometer now, minus the toothpaste, of course, so I'll catch up with you later.
So, I've been looking for Tyson, and I think the secret to finding out anything about dinosaurs is to try to think like a dinosaur. Knowledge is how you get things done right, like you guys are doing right now, finding out the truth about dinosaurs. While we keep looking, let's learn even more. This is Pachycephalosaurus, meaning thick-headed lizard, named after its thick, domed skull. It's probably good that we don't think like these dinos, or else we become boneheads ourselves. This is Dracorex hogwartsia. Its name is taken right from a Harry Potter book. It means the Dragon King of Hogwarts, because its skull looked a lot like the skull of a dragon. Cool, right? This armored dinosaur is Ankylosaurus, also known as the fused lizard. It was armored from head to toe with bits of bone on its skin. Whoa! Do you guys see who I see? I knew that Tyson was nearby. There he is! And it looks like the Ankylosaurus thinks she is Tyson's mother. Wave to Tyson, everyone, while I radio the others. Dino Dustin to the Jurassic Quest team. Tyson is found.
Way to use your instincts, Dino Dustin. And also, you didn't win, Nick.
Yeah, well, neither did you.
I knew it. I don't know how, but I found him. Actually, you guys did win something. My chores for a week.
Oh, no.
Y'all, I think everyone won because Tyson is safe.
Agreed. Nick and Marty, why don't the two of you go put Tyson back in the T-Rex area?
On it.
Someone please go with him.
Well, Marty, now that Tyson is back and my spectrometer didn't win our contest, I guess I can admit that technology doesn't always solve everything. Just most of the time.
I heard that. And yes, I guess my instincts aren't always right all of the time. just most of the time.
Ha! And I heard that. Isn't it fascinating how maternal instincts can take over even when the species are completely different?
Yes, it's actually even fairly common in animals alive today. We should team up and do an experiment tomorrow about unusual matches of babies and moms.
I'm in.
And speaking of moms, check out where Tyson's mom hangs out. This is the TRex exhibit. T-Rex is probably the most popular dinosaur in the world, featured in books and movies since books and movies were a thing. T-Rex had the most powerful bite of any land animal. Between 8,000 and 12,000 pounds per square inch. The incredibly powerful bite wasn't the only trick that T-Rex had up its very short sleeves. It also had something called a septic bite. When T-Rex went hunting, it would sometimes bite into a prey that got away. Some of the bacteria from the T-Rex's mouth would then infect the wound, causing the prey to get sick. T-Rex could then use its amazing sense of smell to track down the prey and... dinner time! Please pause the audio before the next scene.
Thanks to everyone for helping us find Tyson today. I'm so happy that he was found safe and sound. Dustin really is a dino whisperer. Right, you guys? Knowledge is power. Check out Triceratops here. The name means three-horned face for pretty obvious reasons. Scientists used to think that the frill on the back of its head was to defend its neck from the T-Rex. But there is actually evidence that when T-Rexes did eat Triceratops, they would bite down on the frill and pull the Triceratops' head right off. This meant that it was less of a shield and more of a pull tab. Yikes. I'd hate to be on the wrong side of that meal.
Hey everyone, before you go, we have one more creature to feature, and it's not at all very small. It's Megalodon. Megalodon lived long after the time of the dinosaurs, between 23 and 3.6 million years ago. During that period, the ocean was filling up with new animals like mammals in the form of whales, manatees, and seals. Megalodon teeth have been found on every continent. For centuries, these teeth were thought to be petrified tongues of dragons or sea serpents. As you can see, what they actually were was really no less scary. The good news is that Megalodon is definitely extinct, despite what some TV shows and movies would have you think.
Like the slightly kooky, technically challenged, but super smart park ranger Marty said, thank you for coming to Jurassic Quest today and for helping us find Tyson.
That's right, Nick. Without them, we would have been waiting hours for you to find enough power for your dino spectrometer, which, I have to admit, was a pretty brilliant idea.
Thanks, Marty. I guess you usually do have good instincts. I just like gadgets and you don't, but I will be winning our next contest, so don't get too comfortable.
Well, Nick, you're right about one thing. I don't love gadgets and new technology. But what you're wrong about is that you're gonna win the next contest. I'm already working on an idea for our next battle. I call it Marty Wins and Nick Loses.
Real original, Marty. Anyway, folks, one of the few things that Marty and I don't argue about is that dinosaurs are amazing.
Very true, my friend, very true. Folks, check back with us for more new audio tours coming soon, featuring Dino Dustin, Safari Sarah, Captain Caleb, the overly technical Prehistoric Nick, and of course, me. Find out when we'll be back in your city with brand new audio tours at JurassicQuest.com or Jurassic Quest Facebook page.
Oh, and one more thing. You can help us make our tours and appearances even better by leaving reviews of your experience on the Jurassic Quest Facebook page, along with Yelp and TripAdvisor. We especially want to know which parts of the tour you enjoyed the most. Thanks again for coming to Jurassic Quest. Don't miss any of our exciting new adventures. Follow us on Facebook.
See you next time when I defeat Nick.
I think you mean when you are embarrassed by Nick's brilliance.
Nope, meant what I said. Goodbye, everyone.
We love you.